Hello, Peter here again, your Pinoy accountant. So in today's video, we'll talk about yung pag-file nyo ng percentage tax or yung quarterly percentage tax. And again, just a reminder, due yung quarterly percentage tax nyo from your sales noong October, November, December. So that is the fourth quarter of 2024. It will become due ngayong January 25 na. So watch this video if you would want to learn kung paano ba yung tamang pag-file or pag-compute ng inyong quarterly percentage tax. So umpisahan na natin. So first, quick recap. Ano ba yung quarterly percentage tax? Sino ba yung kailangan mag-file nito? Kailan yung deadline? Yung tax rate and computation, and ano yung form na kailangan natin gamitin. So first, who are required to file netong quarterly percentage tax? So yung required dito is yung mga non-VAT registered persons or entity. So i-check niyo yung COR nyo or yung Certificate of Registration niyo. Naka-indicate naman dun kung kayo ay required to file ng percentage tax quarterly. So if it is indicated in your COR, you should file your quarterly percentage tax. So sa mga non-VAT, kahit yung 8%, yung OSD, yung itemized deduction, yun, you are still required to file itong quarterly percentage tax if it is indicated doon sa inyong COR. So ito, next is yung deadline. Kailan ba yung deadline nito? It is due on or before the 25th day following the end of the quarter. So yung iba kasi confuse ano ba yung first quarter, second quarter. So in a year, apat yung quarters natin. So yung first quarter, we are talking about yung calendar year. So that is from January 1 to December 31. Yan yung calendar year natin. So it is divided into 4 quarters. So yung first quarter natin is January, February, March. Ganun lang yun kasimple. And yung first quarter na percentage tax, it will be due, nag-end yung first quarter nyo ng March. So, April 25, mag-due yung inyong first quarter percentage tax. So, next, ayan, April, May, June. Yung deadline niya is July 25. July, August, September. Yung October 25 naman yung deadline. And currently, ito yung mag-due ngayon. Ngayong January 25 is yung fourth quarter sales ninyo. That is covering yung October, November, and December sales ninyo. So the tax rate naman is, it's very straightforward. That is 3% of your gross sales, revenue or receipt ninyo. But take note if you have some mga sales returns, allowances and discounts, especially dun sa ating mga Lazada, may mga Lazada shops, yung TikTok, Shopee, nakalagay kasi doon if ever you have offering, may mga discounts, may mga returns, makikita nyo yun sa inyong income statement doon sa online platforms niyo. So, i-minus niyo yun doon sa inyong gross sales. So, that is net. Again, that is net of sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So, mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo yung step-by-step kung paano ba i-compute ito. So, again, the computation, very straightforward lang. That is, for example, yung sales niyo from October to December is 25,000. So, 3%, that is your percentage tax. So, yung June niyo, that would be 25,000 times 3% is 750 pesos. So, yung form naman na gagamitin natin is the 2551Q. So, ito, you can file this and pay this online. So, we are using the EBIR form. So, let's start and fill out the form 2551Q. So, before tayo mag-proceed pala dun sa actual na pag-fill out ng form 2551Q dun sa EBIR form, let's talk again yung taxable income nyo sa percentage tax na ipa-file natin. So, yung taxable income natin, that would be your gross sales, less nyo yung mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So, that would give us the net sales, and you will multiply it by the tax rate na 3%. So, the resulting figure would be your percentage tax due for the quarter. So, mag-example tayo dito. For example, you're a Shopee seller or online seller kayo. So, all you need to do is i-generate yung income statement. So, in our example, we have Shopee. You can actually just go to your seller's dashboard and sa finance, you can generate yung income statement nyo monthly. So, in our case, if we will be filing for the fourth quarter, that would be October, November, and December yung i-generate nyo. And ito-total na lang ninyo or isa-sum nyo yung figures nyo for the net sales or the taxable income. So, same case, if you're Lazada or TikTok, you can just generate yung income statement. So here is an example ng income statement from Shopee. So at a first look, first glance natin, medyo confusing, di ba? Ano ba yung taxable income dito? May madaming figures na nakalagay. May mga product price, buyer paid shipping fee, ayan, di ba? Refund amount, then may mga fees pa, commission fee, service fee, transaction fee. So alin dyan yung ating gross sales and yung mga discounts? So iisa-isahin natin. So yung first is yung gross sales natin dito is the product price. So ito kasi yung gross na payment na binayad ng ating buyer. So that would be your gross sales. So in our example, yung product price paid by the buyer, that is 390,103. So that would form part as your gross sales. So hanapin natin dito if there are any mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So yung next line is ito shipping fee, and may third-party defined shipping fee rebate from Shopee. So itong mga items na to, hindi nyo na kailangan itong i-consider because these are paid by the buyer doon sa Shopee. So sila yung may transaction about itong shipping fee, not unless may mga tinatawag na yung shipping fees na shouldered by the seller. For example, may mga returned products due to defect, yun, that would form part as your freight charges. But in our example dito, wala naman siyang freight charges. Yung binayad ng buyer, tsaka yung shipping fee ng Shopee, magkatugma sila, so equal. So there are no overcharges. So pag yan, chinek yung figure niyan, magne-net yan into zero. Itong 7,674, less i-add nyo itong shipping fee rebate, 76. Then itong defined shipping fee na 7,750. So zero yung neto niya. So walang mga charges that will be shouldered by the seller. So next natin is the refund amount. So that could be mga yung sales returns or mga sales allowances. Diba? So, in this case, 16,190. So, ito na yung sinasabi natin kanina na i-minus sa gross sales nyo to get the net sales. So, that is 390,103 yung gross sales niyo, i-less natin tong refund amount. So, check pa natin yung ibang mga line items dito. Next is the commission fee, service fee, and transaction fee. So these fees, these are all mga platform fees. So hindi ito siya kino-consider as income ninyo. So these will form part of your expenses, especially if you will be availing yung itemized deduction. Ito, kailangan yung figures na ito. But in cases of optional standard deduction kayo or the 8%, so hindi nyo kailangan yung mga expenses. So in this case, ito, 50 commission fee, service fee, and transaction fee. So, hindi natin ito i-consider sa pag-compute ng ating percentage tax for the quarter. So, i-compute natin gross sales. Gross sales natin is 390,103. I-less natin yung discount kanina or yung returns na 16,190. So, that would give us the net sales of 373,913. So, that would be your taxable income. And i-multiply natin ng 3%. Ayan. So, 11,217.39. Yan yung percentage tax due nyo for the quarter. And again, this is just the October. So, kailangan yung i-generate yung October, November, December. So, that would form part of your fourth quarter percentage tax. So, ayan. So, mag-proceed na tayo. So, given na ito na yung figures natin for the fourth quarter of 2024, so we will now fill out the 2551Q ng doon sa EBIR form. So start na tayo. So, i-open nyo lang yung EBIR form ninyo and input nyo yung tax identification number. Ayan. Ayan. So automatic na nag-pre-filled yung mga details nung initial registration natin or initial na paggamit ng ating EBIR form. So ayan, yung name naka-filled out na. registered address, zip code, telephone number, email address. So next is, dito tayo sa list of BIR forms and hanapin natin yung quarterly percentage tax. So that would be BIR form 2551Q. And ito yung piliin nyo, the version 2018. Ito yung latest na form na available for the quarterly percentage tax return. So, click ninyo. And then, itong fill up button, i-click ninyo ulit. Ayan. So, background information saved. So, i-okay lang ninyo. So, ayan. Let's start filling out the details for our 2551Q quarterly percentage tax return. So, number 1 for the year, ito, let's select calendar. Because if you're individual, calendar lang yung applicable sa inyo. And number 2 is the year. So, wag nating kalimutan, we are still filing for the fourth quarter of 2024. So, ilagay dyan 2024. And number 3, quarter. So, we're filing for the fourth quarter, October, November, December 2024, yung mga applicable na months. And number 4, amended return is no. And number of sheets attached, 0. And yung ibang details dito pre-filled na. So, tignan niyo ano yung mga missing na details. So, ayan, 6, complete na. 10, yung name, address, nandyan na. Zip code, contact number, email address. And we'll proceed to the number 12. Ito, are you availing of tax relief under the special law? So, most probably, hindi to applicable sa atin. So, our answer is no. So, number 12A, if yes yung answer nyo, ano dyan, specified nyo. And again, no yung ating option dyan. So, number 13. So, only for individual taxpayers whose sales receipts are subject to percentage tax under Section 116 of the Tax Code as amended, what income tax rates are you availing? So, itong number 13 na to, option kasi ito, if you are non-VAT, the first quarter na pag-file nyo, you have the option to avail yung 8% or graduated income tax rate on the net taxable income. So in our case, if ever yung mga previous quarters niyo, kaisa lang kasi kayo pwede mag-select. Kumbaga sa first quarter niyo, pinili niyo is 8%. All throughout the year, the next following quarters, yun na yung applicable sa inyo. So in our example, for example, yung sinelect natin is graduated income tax rate on net taxable income from the previous quarters pa natin na na-file. So, hindi tayo 8% kasi kung 8% yung pipiliin natin, 0 yung ating quarterly percentage tax. So, ito, piliin natin graduated income tax rate on net taxable income. So, ayan. So, yung mga details dito, actually, you'll just fill out yung page 2 na. So, next natin yung page. Punta tayo sa page 2. Ayan. So, ano lang to? Dito tayo sa Schedule 1. Ayan. Schedule 1. Ano ba yung ATC na applicable since we are non-VAT? Actually, madaming ATC dito na nakalagay. But in our case, for example, online sellers kayo or mga professionals or yung mga consultants, for example, most probably, dito tayo nagpo-fall. Person exempt from VAT under Section 109. So, that is PT010 yung code. So, ito yung saselect natin. PT010. PT010. Yan yung ATC code. And, i-check nyo lang kung ano yung mga other applicable na percentage tax sa inyo. Ayan, madami pa nakalagay dyan. It could be your domestic carriers and keepers of garages. Ayan, mga franchises at gas. Ayan. Cockpits, tax on amusement, boxing exhibition. Ayan, i-check lang niyo kung ano yung applicable. But most probably, yung mga other na ATC, hindi applicable sa atin. So we'll just go for the PT010. And again, yung taxable amount, kinumpute natin kanina, that is the net sales. So that would be the gross sales ninyo, receipts, less yung mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So yung sa example natin kay Shopee kanina, we got the figure yung 373,913. So, ayan, click nyo. So, ayan, automatic na siya nag-compute. Yung tax due natin is 11,217.39. So, Yun, ganun lang kabilis, kadali yung pag-fill out ng quarterly percentage tax. And if you will go back to the page 1, yan yung mga details dyan, andyan na. Total tax due, 11,217.39. Ayan, if there are mga applicable pa dito, but in most cases, 0 na dito yung ilalagay natin. Ayan, overpayment, wala naman. So, ito yung due natin for the fourth quarter of 2024 for the percentage tax is 11,217.39. So, i-save natin. And then, let's validate if complete ba yung mga details na na-input natin. Validate, ayan, validation successful. Click on edit if you wish to modify your entry. So, ganun lang kabilis, ganun lang kadali yung pag-fill out ng quarterly percentage tax. So, pagkatapos nun, if you can print it, so you will have a copy nito. And then next is you will submit. You will submit. Click yung submit. Ayan, ensure you have internet and are you sure you want to submit. Click nyo lang yung OK. And if successful, mag-i-email naman yung BIR ng confirmation receipt. And then you can proceed with the payment na. You can choose to pay sa mga accredited banks. But this time, online na tayo. Mostly, you're using PayMaya, MyEG, and GCash. So, yun lang yung steps sa pag-compute ng yung quarterly percentage tax. And hopefully, nakatulong sa inyo. And then, if you have mga questions about mga filing or about itong diniscuss natin about percentage tax, comment lang kayo down below and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. So, yun lang yung video natin for today. And I'll see you again in our upcoming videos.